And listen, so
okay.
Look,
I got a whole lot to say about this motherfucker.
Look, you go out there and you say the opposite. Listen, they told him, listen, if you want to live, you go out there and say the opposite of everything that you believe.
Right, right. Whatever it is you think is correct, say the opposite shit. Yep. That nigga on bit mode, huh?
I think you're a racist.
Fuck yes. First of all, he's white. First of all, he's white. So there's that. Second of all, he's white. There you go.
Okay.
That's the criteria.
That's the fucking criteria. He's white and he live in America. Boom. That's it.
There it is.
Okay, there it is.
But the nigga was like, Will spoke like a motherfucker, and I'm listening to the trial like every day. And he was just on the trial, and then
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference there, you know. So I get it, you know. They turned it into to me, it was an isolated incident between white motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see. Well, what do y'all see that's racist about the nigga? Because I don't.
He's white.
Oh, well, there it is. Shit. Okay, well,
there's always that, according to John.
His prior videos is one thing. There were videos where he's just being videoed. He see black people walking in and out of Walgreens. He talking about, oh, I wish they were rioting, and I wish I had my AK, something, whatever gun he had right now.
That's what the nigga said?
He was prepped for that. Trust me.
He got a lot of balls.
Well, I think the thing though is like, because he didn't kill any black people, it's like it's really hard to. It just kind of started dragging. So right. So it's hard to say that about him. However, like, you know, black and white aside, the fact that he was 17 with the AR, the fact that his mother sent him out there, like his mother, like at the end of the day, even if he got off, like the mother should be charged with like endangering child. Like she literally like sent him out there, told him it was okay for him to go out there.
The delinquency of a minor.
Right. And when you think about it, like as a parent, she's literally like sent this child out here, like really at 17, they don't know shit. That's why we still looking over them at 17, 18, because they really don't know enough. Mm-hmm. So you sent him out here with this gun, basically telling him it's okay. So what she did was jeopardize not only his life, but everybody else's life that was around him, because there's a reason that they can't have guns at 17. There's a reason why they still have to be monitored. And so she just basically set this fool loose on, that could have been my child, that could have been your child, that could have been anybody other than these white people. And so she's essentially like, because you are teaching your child this, you're essentially putting my children at danger, or anybody else's child that comes in contact with this boy in danger because of what you taught him and what you were actually sending him out there with. Why are you buying him an AR? Like, if he's going, first of all, that's not his community. What was he doing out there? And if he's going out there to assist at 17, go clean up some damn graffiti, but you're playing like you're the EMT, you're playing like you're the police. Like, there are some issues going on there that need to be addressed, but he's dangerous.
But you know what it is? This is what my take is on it, is that his daddy stayed in Kenosha and he lived in Antioch with his mother. So, okay, I'm knowing what kind of house that is. Okay, he basically, like, when I talked about this in my show. But anyway, where I see it, that's basically like the son is taking the role of the father. You know what I'm saying? So she's not gonna debate him on nothing. You know what I mean? He pretty much running that house. And
he's the man of the house.
Right, he's the man of the house. So he came up with this bullshit idea. They sitting around watching the TV. You know what? I'm gonna go do something, whatever, that type of shit. And she's like, okay, and took his ass out there. Now, some people say he got the gun in Kenosha. Some people say he took the gun from Antioch to over there. I think it was in Kenosha because it's supposed to have been at his buddy's dad's house. And they supposedly
they said they had it waiting for him.
Right. So they had the guns like in a safe or some shit, blah, 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 whatever. And so he went down wherever and got the gun without somebody's permission. But you still got the gun. Now in the state of Wisconsin, apparently it's open carry over there. But this nigga wasn't a Wisconsin resident, and he was underage. Right. But, and what throws me off about it is that they're claiming self-defense, but like I can't fuck with that, because it's like, nigga, if he wasn't there, now they say, okay, well, he can go wherever he wants. Fine. But this was like a legal technicality, because I thought for sure the nigga was gonna be getting ass raped and mouth raped and be in prison the rest of his life. I thought for sure that was gonna happen. And I said that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Because
I told you it wasn't.
Y'all said that. You said that. But I'm like, you know, because nigga, you dead ass wrong. Like, at the end of the day, you got verbally threatened, you got hit with a skateboard, and you got kicked in the face. And the nigga that pulled the gun on him, he didn't kill him. He just shot him. That's a problem. So I'm tripping on, like, you know, that doesn't, you felt threatened. So you know Wisconsin is gonna be, it's gonna be terror town or some shit up there now, because now any motherfucker could go and get an AR-15, openly carry it legally, and say, well, Joe Blow over here looked like they was a threat, or they was trying to threaten me or whatever, so I killed them. But while they're investigating it, whoever they shot is dead and gone. See what I'm saying? So it's just, it's a fucked up situation all the way around. The nigga ain't shit, but well, I don't know. I might have been, my bad for rambling on this one, but it's a lot to say about this kid and that case and the laws that are in that state. So I don't know.
I concur.
Okay.
To me, I think it's setting
my
up.
question is, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was on mute. I had been talking, but I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, we need to kill a lot of white people. Let's start there. Second is, when it comes to all this shit with him and he only killed white people, I honestly think that's irrelevant, because white people been killing nigga lovers since, I don't fucking know. What was those dudes' names? Something Schwimmer. The three guys that was in, what was it, Philadelphia, Mississippi? The three civil rights workers? Two of those motherfuckers was white. Mississippi. White people ain't never had a problem killing nigga lovers. So the fact that he went there for some dudes, to protect property from people who was in support of Black Lives Matter, it didn't really make a difference if they was black or white, Puerto Rican, whatever. They was on the sides of Black Lives Matter. That's all that motherfucker saw. So that part that doesn't faze me. Second thing, as far as him going to jail or whatever, would have been nice to see him going to jail and getting butt fucked for the rest of his life. Yes, that would be very nice. But this is America. This is what white people do. White people ain't changed. White people you got to commend these motherfuckers. They've been very consistent in fucking niggas. Like, they have never deterred from fucking niggas, and they never deterred from, like, yeah, we fucking, y'all fucking deal with it. They ain't never backed away from that shit. So for us as black people, I don't even understand why the fuck we still have hope for white justice. Ain't no fucking such thing. Ain't no niggas gonna get no justice. We ain't never gonna have no motherfuckers that's out there. Just because one police officer goes to jail for whatever the fuck, the rest of his buddies is still out there doing whatever the fuck that they gonna do. So we ain't never really gonna have justice. And the last thing, when it comes to this guy and the law, ain't no way in hell you can tell me that, okay, because what you just said is, like, this does set precedent, right? Okay, this guy he knowingly went to a place where a riot was happening, and by the way, it was a fucking what do you call it? A curfew in place. So that's just so I get this right. So you telling me my black ass can go to Cicero, where I know that the Ku Klux Klan is about to have a Klan rally, stand in the middle of that Klan rally, say, fuck all y'all white motherfuckers, and the first person that touches me, I can shoot him? If that's the law, oh my God, nigga, it's about
not in Illinois, but apparently in Wisconsin, you can go do that.
Well, see, that's the thing.
We black.
No, y'all can't go do that nowhere. Y'all black asses can't do that nowhere. Let's be clear. You can't do that anywhere.
Right. Well, if you do that, you just gotta know it's the suicide mission.
You're not going to have the same effect that Rittenhouse had. Your ass is gonna be in jail. Like, no question, up under the jail, and they're not gonna deliberate for 3 days. You're going to jail.
That night.
Well, for one, number one, first off, we gotta have a dope.
That was the message, y'all. That was the message right there. That was a message to black people. Your ass protest, you could get killed. But to the white people sympathetic to them, we have no respect for you because you are traitor to our race. Also, keep your ass on code. That was a message to white people to keep your ass on code. We don't give a fuck how you feel in your house. Don't you go outside of it and let nobody know.
Pretty much.
Well,
we need to kill more white people. I can't say this enough. We really need to kill more white people. Like all this vote, I can't stand this. Okay, I said this many times. I can't stand all this voting shit. I hate fucking protests and rallies and walking around in fucking circles and talking to Jesus. I hate that shit with my whole heart. We need to kill white people.
But look, it's I don't know, John. I don't know. It's just okay. Put like
it's a suicide mission. It's okay. I get it. It's a suicide mission, and I'm saying fuck it. Let's go.
I'm saying though,
I agree with John. I agree with John.
But you know,
I agree with
ain't
John.
gonna ride with you. If motherfuckers ain't gonna ride with you on that. They gonna.
I ride with you, John.
I mean, well, me personally, I'm be real.
They killing. Look, they killing us all. They killing us already. So might as well. If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be doing something for us.
Well,
Right. And the reality of it is that it'll, you know, somebody got to die. Like I'd rather die for the right thing and for something that makes sense, right? But if we start picking them off like they picking us off, like eventually they're gonna put a pause in their ass before they keep on fucking with us, because they're gonna be like, okay, it ain't got to be everybody, but somebody might come after me, or somebody might come after my family, or somebody might do something to me. So let me just think about it before I just shoot this motherfucker for no reason, or because I feel like it, or because I'm scared. Because essentially that's what they're doing. And then when we talk about the laws were put in place, we weren't even considered human beings. So those laws never applied to us. They were never intended for us. And it's obvious, because even when those police get put in jail, they ain't really good to put in jail. I mean, let's be clear. They're not getting the time that they should get. And it's not enough of a punishment to deter other police officers, and I'm speaking for police officers now, for them to do it. Kyle Rittenhouse he's not even a symptom of America. He's exactly what America is about. I'm able to kill, and I'm able to, like, all that crying and fainting and passing out. Nigga, you weren't doing none of that when you were standing out in there in the riot.
That's right.
With that AR. None of that was happening. You weren't clutching your tie and crying. You were walking around there like you was motherfucking police. Like, no problem. You're a homegrown man out there, but then when you get in there, you want to talk about how people doing stuff to you. He should have got shit slapped out of him with that skateboard. I wish the guy would have hit him more than once. He knocked the hell out of him. But when he was knocking the shit out of him, he was also telling the police he had just shot that man. So it was a reaction, a visceral reaction to some shit that he was doing. They were trying to get him caught, but nothing happened. And when you listen to the judge fucked up. He even fucked up the directions for the jury, like intentionally. He was fucking shit up so that this little boy got off, because what he wanted them to see was a little boy, not a motherfucker that shot them people. He wanted the jury to see him as a little boy. So when he got the sniffling and crying and all that other shit passing out, the jury essentially saw, first of all, they saw somebody look like their child, somebody that they know, so they sympathized with him, but he also looked like a young boy. So we don't want to get a young boy a fucking life. We don't want to fuck up his life, so we gonna let him go.
And you know what's fucked up is because, in the add of what you just said, that's exactly what I saw. But they even played on motherfuckers' emotions real tough, because the nigga he killed was a pedophile. And then the other nigga, I think he was a woman beater or some shit like that he killed. And like I say, pedophilia and women beating, I'm totally against both. However, that doesn't justify you killing them. Not in my opinion. That doesn't justify. The way the shit went down, that doesn't justify this nigga going out of town to go kill these motherfuckers. That's basically.
But even with that narrative, like who said that they were pedophiles? Like, where did we get that information from?
Well, that's all over the internet. The one nigga.
But that's what I'm saying though. But you know, they tend to make folks. They do it with us too. Make folks worse than what they appear to be, to give pause and give reason.
Now, one of those dudes had really just got out of a mental institution.
That was a pedophile.
The pedophile got out of the mental institution?
Yeah, that was the one that was hollering about kill, shoot me, nigga, and all this and this and that. I'm like, yeah, I know the type. Yeah, he probably he done been in prison, he probably was a celly with a black dude, and he listened to Tupac and shit, and
Hey man, don't start that shit so early in the don't start so early in the day, man.
No, I'm just bullshit. No, but you know the type. Like the motherfuckers that they come around us and they feel like, you know, they would like some of them, they're dressing all black and shit. He one of them type of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But the pedophile shit is like, that's some other shit that's fucked up. It's 100% wrong. However, that doesn't justify, because he just verbally threatened this motherfucker. That doesn't justify you to shoot the nigga at all.
This nigga could have been caught with his dick inside of a 3-year-old boy's asshole, and they still wouldn't have the right to shoot him. Like,
I agree.
Don't get me wrong.
I disagree with that. He got to die.
Wait, hold on. If he was caught with his dick inside his 3-year-old boy's asshole, you can shoot him if you want to, but you should go to jail. If you go and you fuck my daughter, who are 9 and 12, I will kill the shit out of you. And I will stand up in court and be like, you goddamn right I did it, and send me to jail. It shouldn't be legal for me to do that. No. But this motherfucker's gonna die.
But see, that's the thing about these different these laws from state to state, they change. It's like I was listening to the shit with Young Dolph from Project Pat got a little interview, and he was talking about down in Memphis, they open carry too. So they got a whole nother thing out there. You didn't used to be like that. Now it's open court carry. So motherfuckers could go and get this gun, that gun, and just have it out there, and it's not illegal. See what I'm saying? So it just depends on state to state to state. Like here in Illinois, we know it's really strict over here. You know what I'm saying? But once you get outside of Illinois, Indiana, most likely laws are different than ours.
Indiana has an open carry.
I think right. See, right next door. In Indiana,
I think you can hang a motherfucker in Indiana and they'll just look past it. I don't even think they care.
They probably would. But see, that's all this shit.
Well, basically, they did just try to hang a black man in Indiana like a year ago.
Oh, that's the home of the Klan.
That makes so much sense to me.
They say it's more KKK members in Indiana.
Yeah, that's the home of the Klan. So ain't nobody surprised by that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But fuck them Klan niggas. Look, them motherfuckers ain't moving shit. See, it's the same thing. This is what I look at.
They the police. They are moving something shit.
Them motherfuckers they might be the police, but they ain't got the balls to come out there and show everybody that they Klan. They ain't got the balls. But you know what? That speak volumes. That speak volumes.
They don't tell us what the fuck they are. They doing it.
Them motherfuckers, I don't know. Me personally, I ain't worried about none of them motherfuckers at all. When it come to Klan motherfuckers, I ain't worried about none of them. That's the last motherfucking concern. And it should be the last of black folks' concerns.
I don't necessarily think that we worried about the Klan, but I mean,
you have a stereotype of a Klansman in your head. What you don't know is Klansmen are politicians, police, doctors, lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't all walk around with their hoods on all the goddamn time.
I'm certain of that.
And they are the ones getting these laws passed and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the Klan that you should worry about, not the ones that got the sheets on them, the foot soldiers.
But y'all ever wonder why, like if you watch, like, I don't know if you all remember, like, it took 3 months. I don't know if any of you all applied for your concealing carry or gun card in Illinois, but it used to take 3 months. Like that was like the baseline. But when the civil unrest started happening, people are just now, it's taking a year or so for people to get it. And the more black people that's buy, like when I try to buy a gun in Illinois, it's hard as hell to buy a gun in Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
But I can go, when I came to Alabama, let me tell you, as long as I got an ID, I can walk into any gun store, pay for a gun. It take them a day or two to run my, and I know usually people get it in an hour or so because my last name is Ali. I already know the drill. It's gonna take them a couple of days to bring my shit back. But I got a gun. No problem. I don't need a gun card. I pay for a concealing carry for 5 years, 5-year concealing carry. But down here, it's not even, you don't have to have a gun card. You can carry a gun in your car and it's not illegal. All you have to do is have an Alabama license. That's it. If you want a concealing carry, you have to have a concealing carry card. But you can just, as long as if you have a gun, ain't nobody asking you if you got a gun card down here. And it's not even a jailable offense for you to just be riding around with a pistol in your car. It's okay.
But see, that ties in like when Ella French got killed, them two niggas that took the shot up, that whole thing was tied in with what you just said. They basically, they had the little sissy motherfucker go make a straw purchase over in Indiana. So niggas went out there, black folks went out there and tried to shut the gun store down because they was selling the guns to the motherfucker. Well, the dude bought it legally. He just gave it to motherfuckers who wasn't of age. And then they took it and did some reckless shit with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of straw purchases, that kind of ties in. And we was talking about having a show about gun ownership too. And it kind of ties in with Kyle Rittenhouse too. But it's a reality of it. Like, it's no secret that you can go over to Indiana and get a gun a lot easier than you could here in Illinois. You know what I'm saying? And probably a lot of other states than here in Illinois or some other states. That's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? Guns are big business and people are gonna go and purchase them, you know.
But it's a lot harder. Like even with the gun card, like when I try to buy a gun, they still have to do a background check, but I have a gun card. So I'm trying to get them to explain to me, why do I have to apply for a gun card? And then I still have to wait for the background check, because that's the process of the gun card, is for you all to do a background check and you have to renew it every so often.
Right.
But they're making it harder and harder for Black people, especially to buy guns, because now black gun ownership and is going up, but Black women are applying more so than Black men for these guns. And now it's of course they should. Like, I'm all for gun ownership. I think anybody who can own a gun should own a gun, and learn how to use it. Like, definitely know how to use it. And I think that people need to start teaching their children how to fire weapons and how to maintain weapons and how to use them.
I agree. I wasn't a advocate for guns, and part of me still isn't. But you know, at the same time, you know, the way shit is now, you know, you got to protect your family some kind of way. And motherfuckers is out here, and they coming with AR-15s and whatever other kind of guns and hand grenades and fucking cocktail bombs and shit. You're gonna have to get something. You got to get something to protect your family, you know. And that's what it should be used for. Now, you got some people, you know, they just, you know, they into guns. You know what I'm saying? So they'll go to the range, or like this nigga. This nigga was supposed to be going somewhere really far north from Wisconsin, and they go out there and do some shooting. So you got people like that that's in the guns. You know, cool. That's your flow. Me personally, only reason I even own a gun is for protection of my family.
I do think that gun run, like I may have a thing for guns.
It's cool. I mean, you know, teach their own. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But I believe that it's important. Like my kids, I remember my ex-husband, he used to take the kids to the gun range, and that's an important thing because it taught my kids respect for firearms. My daughter at 20 now, she has a respect for firearms. She wants to carry a firearm, but she also is responsible because we taught them at a younger age how to shoot it, how to maintain it, what you're supposed to do with it. And I definitely think the gun ranges are good places for everybody to be. Just because you buy a gun don't mean you know how to use it, don't mean you know how to maintain it, don't mean, like, people need to have a certain respect for it. I'm a big gun advocate. I like guns. I think they're sexy. I have a whole lot of stuff, but I also think that we're living in a time that if you don't own a gun, you might be SOL, because you don't never know who's gonna do what. We're talking about from breaking into your car or having some shit like Ahmaud going on, or Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, the situation probably would have been, it could have been the same or different. Who knows if he had a gun? But at least he would have had a fighting chance, with these white boys. But we're living in a time that I think gun ownership is like that's paramount to your survival right now, especially as Black people.
Well, we got two elements going against us. We got white folks with legal guns, and then we got Black folks with illegal guns. That's what we're dealing with. So if it's any other reason, those to me are reason enough to get yourself some protection, straight up. Yeah. Because this is what it is. Now, like I said, I'm going back to the Young Dolph thing. I don't know if any of y'all follow this or what. Mm-hmm. But the way they took a shot this guy up, I'm hearing 50 shots. I'm hearing 100 shots. And see, then when we talking about like Kyle Rittenhouse and shit, where to me, that's an isolated incident that ain't got shit to do with Black folks. That's a white boy that shot 3 white boys. But then when you look at Young Dolph shit, now I don't even know the nigga. I won't even fuck with no nigga who even sound like that, but that's still a Black man. and they took and shot this guy up over, it was either 50 or 100 times. How many times they shot him with the same type of weapon, if I'm not mistaken, the Kyle Rittenhouse was using. This is what I'm worried about, because that happens more often than not, than police shootings, than white boys shoot, or even Ahmaud Arbery's shit. That happens way more often. And that's my concern. And it's like, all for what? What was it for? Some little petty beef, some internet shit. You know, it's the same thing every time. It might be a female, maybe, some money, some drugs. This is what we getting shot up over. And then what happens is you get the retaliation. Okay, well, they shot up him, so his people go shoot up their people, and it never stops. You know what I'm saying? It's my belief that this shit with this Kyle motherfucker, that's an isolated, like, one-off. Those happen every so often, but it's a one-off. That ain't gonna be no pandemic type of, not pandemic, but ain't gonna be no.
But you are, they are setting a precedence, and what they're saying is that I mean, it's an isolated incident now, but they're setting a precedence for young white boys to say that this shit is okay. And the way that trial went, and the reasoning, and even the them throwing out the gun charge, like all of those things it's a gateway. Like, so that was an isolated incident, but we can all be certain that this shit is going to start happening more often, because there was really no consequence to what he did. And although he was 17, there were certain things that he had, like, why are you there? You don't live there. You had no business there. You had no business with a gun. You had no business doing a whole lot of things, but none of those were consequences. And so he's just essentially murdered people and got off with nothing. Like, and on top of him at 18 years, like, you think about 18 years old, like, he does not have the mental capacity to articulate or do anything that he's doing. But he's gotten off for murder, 2 murders. He's gotten off, and now this boy is a national celebrity. So you don't think that there's going to be more white kids following behind him because they're not, he not only got off, but they're sensationalizing what he did.
Well, I will say this, and I want to pass it to whoever want to take it. But so long as white motherfuckers is killing up white motherfuckers, it is what it is.
Yeah, but it ain't gonna stop it. It ain't.
Don't make no difference to me.
It ain't gonna just stop at Kenosha, Wisconsin.
I'm just saying. Now, this particular incident, like you said, it set the precedent for things to come. Now, if it's white motherfuckers, because it's gonna be the next, put like this, the next Jacob Blake or the next Ahmaud Arbery that happens, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be white motherfuckers out there, it's gonna be niggas out there, it's gonna be a bunch of people out there doing dumb shit, right? Cool. So provided it's in a state, or it may not even be in a state where it's legal, but let's just say it happens in another state like Wisconsin. And white motherfuckers go out there with AR-15s and decide they want to go out and start plugging white motherfuckers, then let them do it. It is what it is. What I'm gonna tell them.
Now, I am a fan of white people killing each other. I am a big fan of that shit.
Now, I ain't no racist or nothing. Don't get me wrong. But
well, I'm not a racist, but I don't like white people.
Well,
you know what's fucked up?
That's a prejudice, not a racist.
Right, I'm prejudiced.
I'm not prejudiced. I don't prejudge.
The fact that you said the next Ahmaud Arbery, or the next Jacob Blake, we already preparing ourselves for the next one.
It's coming. We know it's coming because we know our people. Let's just be real.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's just be real.
It's reality, but it's numbing us to the fact that we know it's going to happen again.
No, it's not numbing me at all. I know it's going to happen, but I can't prevent it. Only thing I got control over is what I do. Now, you got some motherfuckers that, you know, and I still say, and I stand on this, a lot of these nationally televised racial incidents between cops and these niggas, a lot of this shit, in my opinion, could have been prevented. With the exception off the top of my head, what's the guy that got shot by the cop that had the concealed carry?
Philando Castile?
Him. He was the only exception to that rule that probably couldn't be prevented and was 100% fucked up on the cop's part. But a lot of this other shit that I saw from my vantage point, that could have been walked away from.
Such as?
Yeah, I need an example.
Such as the nigga
Yeah.
that was selling loose squares. He should have been able to walk away. George Floyd should have.
So are you saying that they should have, the police should have been able to let him walk away, or that he could have done something to walk away from that?
You could have done something to walk away from that. Straight
You really
up.
believe that?
I'm 100. I believe that.
So I'm selling loose squares out there, and that gives you cause and pause to choke me.
Why are you
I'm
selling
just-
loose squares?
It don't matter. It don't matter. White
Why is that
boy
not
shot up a whole
effective?
goddamn, hold on, because the white boy shot up a whole goddamn church. They took this motherfucker to McDonald's, and he made it to jail unscathed. So
You're
I'm
not-
selling loose square, or I'm being accused of a counterfeit $20, and I gotta die for that.
Number one, we're not white.
Understood
Not
that,
white.
but
No, I'm just saying we're not white. It's the truth.
understand that.
Okay,
Understand
that's the first thing first, right? Number two, self-preservation. This is your life. This is your life. Now, if you're doing something that you know is illegal, you know there's a chance the cops may come around. So why are you doing something that you know, I don't give a fuck how petty it is, but you know that it's illegal to do it. And then the thing is, if it was me, I'll put it like this. If it was me and I was doing something like, say, for instance, I didn't know. Let's just say I didn't know. I'm too old to not know, but let's just say I didn't know. Now I didn't know this. Here come the cops. They say, hey, man, stop selling these loose squares over here. All right, cool, officer, I'm out.
That's how that went. I'm just saying.
That's how I would have played it.
But I'm saying that's how they came up here and said, hey, stop selling loose squares.
How desperate do you have to be willing to break the law just to have money?
Wait. We talking about grown ass men.
Okay, and not every
Grown
grown
man.
ass man is on the same level. You know what I mean?
I understand that. But okay, we won't even say
you don't know
man.
the circumstances. You don't know the circumstances or whatever.
I don't know.
What if he was a college graduate that just lost his job and he had like 6 kids or something like that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't give a shit what he did.
Exactly.
I wouldn't give a shit.
Right. So my thing is, it shouldn't matter.
Was sell a loose square, that don't mean you choke me. Like the police, like at the end of the day, the law being broken is not a prerequisite for you to come put your motherfucking boot in me or kill me.
I agree.
And they're trained. So no matter what he could have done, he did nothing to deserve being murdered. Nothing. Neither one of them.
I agree. I agree.
Why aren't these people trained better to handle situations? Why they not trained better to handle situations like this? I mean, y'all the ones with the weapons generally and have the license to use them. Therefore, y'all should have a lot more training in different situations where you ain't always fearing for your fucking life.
I'm not gonna rely on another motherfucker training. All I know is they got a gun and I don't. That's just me. I don't give a fuck what they say to do, what they supposed to do. I'm not gonna rely on what I think their training is. I'm not gonna rely on that. But that's just me. That's common sense.
But you don't want to blame the person that, like, at the end of the day, a fucking cigarette is a cigarette. And as long as he wasn't brandishing no gun, whatever he did with that cigarette, whatever conversation was behind that, that didn't justify them murdering him. And the reality of that is they're very cavalier about murdering us. And we ain't just talking about Philando Castile. They busted into Breonna Taylor's house and murdered her. She had a bed sleep and then tried to charge a guy shooting at them because they busted the house. So it's not that people are not doing what the cops tell you to do. And there are rules and laws, even with them, to arresting people, to handling people, and how they're supposed to engage the public. And they don't do that with us because there's no consequences to them murdering us. Period. It's not.
Yeah, because black folks don't sit up and go over.
If you comply, they still kill you.
Well, I agree. Black folks ain't got the balls to sit up and go to their houses and stand on their front lawn and protest them. So no, we don't do
it. A few of them do. There has been a few of those things happening. Trust me.
They did the shit with Ahmaud Arbery with that, but they ain't gonna go to no CPD house and shoot this fucking right.
No one.
I'm not saying
protesting. No one.
Protest is done. Protest is fucking done. I agree. That shit is.
That shit died with fucking Martin Luther King. Nobody should be protesting. If you are not fucking making police officers' families come up missing, stop walking the fucking streets singing songs and shit. Fuck all that Jesus gonna shut the fuck up about Jesus. That shit's so damn dumb. I'm sorry. Protesting that pisses me the fuck off. First of all, here's the reason why protesting pissed me off. But I'm sorry, I had to switch gears for a second. The reason why these protesters piss me smooth the fuck off, because goddamn it, all you're doing is endangering the motherfucking people you're supposed to be protecting. I can't stand this shit. It's like fucking putting your soldiers in fucking danger. You're putting people in a protest to go directly up to police, stand off with police who you are protesting, saying they're too violent, they're killing us for no reason. What the fuck? That's stupid as shit. You're gonna go into the tiger's face, slap the shit out the tiger, and then get mad when a tiger fucking bites you? No, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, find the motherfucker when he go on his lunch break and fucking make him go missing.
Straight.
You hostile.
Hey,
This is my thing. This is my question. Why the fuck are we still peacefully protesting for something, for the same rights that they took from a motherfucker by force?
Because
We all answer the same question.
we got more compassion for white people because we know white people occasionally will give us a handout, they'll throw us a cookie, they'll build us a school, they'll do this, they'll do that. So we handle them with kid gloves. But with our own people, we don't get that type of leeway.
I don't think that's the case. I think that we have us as a people, not everybody, but us as a people, we've fallen so into that God shit that they try to tell us love each other and turn the other cheek. That got us fucked up. We're so ready to forgive people. Like I heard
We had a minute, y'all.
the young man's the young man that got shot. Not the one that was killed, but the one that got shot in the Rittenhouse, the black boy that kicked all the stuff off. Yeah. What his mom said was that she forgives them. She forgives the cops. She knows he's forgiven. Like, in what fucking world? Because I don't get it. And I'm very spiritual. I believe in God, but ain't no way in hell you motherfucker shoot my child. I ain't forgiving shit. Matter of fact, I'm looking for you. So if you don't shoot me, I'm gonna kill you. Somebody gotta go, but you're not going to harm my child. You're not gonna shoot my child, and I'm on fucking TV talking about the reverend sitting next to her talking about we forgive. Bullshit. Like,
no, you touch one of my goddamn kids. I'm not praying for you. I'm not forgiving your ass. I'm gonna wish you and all your future generations doom and fucking gloom. You hear me?
Hold on. We had a minute, y'all. We had a minute for real. Mika Dean didn't pop up in here. What's up?
I'm sorry, y'all. I've been in here prepping. I've been doing desserts. I'm sorry. How y'all doing?
We doing good. Look, we had a minute. I'm gonna send you the next code so that when you talk, you know what I'm saying? We just started rolling right in. So we was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, but like I say, I'm gonna send you the code. We're gonna go for part 2 as soon as it's cut off, and then we're gonna get everything started. I want to hear from Mika because all of us have been pretty much going back and forth. So I want to hear from Mika when we come in on the next.
Yes, I got a lot to say.
I have a lot to say. We want to hear a lot. We want to hear a whole lot because this topic is a motherfucker right here. But check it.
I know.
This Uncommon Sense show. We're gonna be right back at y'all. We talking about Kyle Rittenhouse trial. We talking about guns. We talking about black, white, whatever. Look, we gonna see y'all in